Welcome to another edition of Parenting Matters with McCracken. We have been looking at Faber and Maslach's book, How to Talk So Kids Will Listen and Listen So Kids Will Talk. And we first went through the chapter on helping kids deal with their feelings. And now we're on the chapter engaging a child's cooperation. And we talked about last week, instead of launching into a lecture, describe what you see. Describe what you see. And the second point that we're starting today is um, simply give information. So instead of accusing, instead of asking irrelevant questions, instead of lecturing, just give information. And the comic that they have in the middle of the chapter to illustrate this point is of a mother talking to her daughter, and actually a couple of kids at the kitchen table here. And the mother says, "Who drank milk and left the bottle standing out?" Well, that's one way to do it. But what we're suggesting here is if you want to engage a child's cooperation, give information. Simply give information. So instead of what we just said, how about if the mother said something to her kids like, "Kids, milk turns sour when it isn't refrigerated." Now, again, I've said before and I'll say again, not a magic formula, takes time, takes a little effort, takes some consistency. Sometimes you might even get a smart aleck remark from the kids in the beginning, but eventually giving information is better than giving accusations or giving lectures. So here's another example. Instead of a mother coming into her daughter's room and seeing apple cores on the bed and saying, "That's disgusting. Look at the apple cores on your bed. You live like a pig." Instead of that, how about just simply giving information? Apple cores belong in the garbage. Information is a lot better or a lot easier to take than accusation. Or here's another example. Father comes in and sees that his little child has um, drawn on the wall. And instead of the default that most of us go to, "If I catch you writing on the walls once more, you're going to get a spanking." Instead of that, how about just give information? Walls are not for writing on. Paper is for writing on. And then maybe handing your son or bringing him to the table and giving him some paper and some crayons to get his attention. Or here's another example, a mother talking to her daughter who's just sitting in a chair while the mother is setting the table. And the mother says, "It would never occur to you to give me a hand with the housework, would it?" How about if she simply gave information? "It would be really helpful if the table were set for dinner now." When children are given information, they can usually figure out for themselves what needs to be done. Now, sometimes they need a little coaching. That's true. Um, However, simply beginning with information shows your child that you respect them, you respect their ability to process the information and respond accordingly. Now, again, in the beginning, you might need a little help, a little suggestion, but try just giving information instead of accusing or yelling or blaming or lecturing. I mean, let's face it, as adults or as kids, how much do we like it, or did we like it, or even listen well when that was done to us or is done to us by a boss or a spouse or somebody else? So, a lot of this is wrapped up in the rule, or the golden rule: treat others the way you want to be treated. Now, it doesn't work in every situation, but what we're saying here is the first thing that we talked about last time, if you want to engage a child's cooperation, Instead of lecturing, um, just describe what you see. And here we're saying now, instead of lecturing or blaming or accusing, um, give information. Give information not only that applies to this immediate situation, but general life information that will help them process not only how to obey you and respect you, but also how to deal um, in a healthy way with authority figures, with roommates, with siblings, with coworkers, in life in general. So if you want to engage a child's cooperation, describe what you see and give information. We'll look at the next principle in the next edition of Parenting Matters with McCracken. Bye.